Meeting as the Board of Equalization for evaluation appeal regarding the two parcels of the Beehners ending in 000 alpha and 018 alpha. Okay, back to the rules. Quasi judicial hearing recorded as by law will swear you in. And you've all heard, I think everybody's been here, so we've all heard the opening instructions. 10 minutes allowed for each. I could get all this on one checklist next time. That would be my goal. So if you plan to give testimony, please stand to be sworn in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated one more time. We have 10 minutes allotted, up to 10 minutes for each party, starting with the appellant.
It's clarification. It's not the Beehners. It's Brookside Development. It's a company. It's not in our name.
Duly noted.
2018, we bought this property. I believe that's what I'm reading here. And it's in this from a guy by the name of Rich Yule. Anyway, he got property right next to ours. He capped. We only bought a certain amount of it. We had plans of trying to develop this property, and that's why we paid the price we did. Anyway, that came to a halt when the county has refused to do anything about access to the property for my water line I have to put in. I gave the county an estimate in 2019 roughly. It was $30,000 to go through where the encroachments are on this on the county road. I thought it was going to be taken care of, and to this day it still hasn't been taken care of. So now it makes no sense to go the other route because financially it won't help us to make money off this property. So anyway, so the value of Yule's, the guy we bought the land from that has land next to us, was changed from I don't know what it was changed from, but anyway, it was valued at $1,200. It comes out now to approximately 2 cents a square foot of value for the property he kept, which is adjacent right next door to ours. We are paying for block 24, lots 18 through 21, 7 cents a square foot, which is right next door to the Yules. 5 cents a square foot more. Block 23, we're actually paying 12 cents a square foot in the same line as all of them. And with the property not being able to be developed because of the county's not wanting to do anything with encroachments, the value to us is almost null. I mean, that's to us. Now, for somebody else, maybe they'd pay more, but right now, we believe that we should be the same value as Rich Yule's property right next door to us at 2 cents a square foot too, until something gets straightened out and we can actually develop it. Of course, then it would change, but that's our thought process on it. That's all I have.
Okay. 10 minutes for the assessor.
Some stuff. So 2 weeks you can put the traces.
It's going to cost you, but I'll do it.
Oh, okay. We came to the value conclusion with the market approach. The subject is 2 parcels combined to 1.062 acres of rural undeveloped land. Both parcels are valued around 12 cents per square foot. It is all creek bed. It is 46,260 square feet, and they are contiguous. They are both getting adjustments such as 50 minus 50% for creek bottom, minus 25% for access, and minus 50% for location. And comp number 1 sold together in 2023 for $10,000 for 4,759 square feet of bare land, no improvements. The sales price per square foot is at $2.10. There is no developments on either parcel, just like the subject's 2 parcels. Comp number 2 sold in July of 2023 for $18,000, and it was sold at $1 a square foot, and it has 17,990 square feet compared to 46,260 square feet of the subject's property. This comp also has a 13 by 25 shed with small value of only $530. When it comes to the value of the subject, the creek bed, the access, and location have all been considered and valued. Individual adjustments have been applied. Using the market approach, it was found that there was no need for a value increase from 2023 to 2024. It is our opinion that the value of $5,514 is fair market value for 2024.
Anything further? All right, questions from the board for either the property owner or the assessor? When you say 5,000, you're just putting these 2 together
Yes.
in one.
Because they are valued together.
Well, I have a question for the assessor. Mr. Beehner has mentioned a neighboring property that's valued at 2 cents a foot. Does that ring any bells? Is that?
Offhand, they don't. I would have to do some research into it, but offhand, I don't have a recollection of it.
And you stated a property owner, I believe, that had the 2 cents a square foot property.
Yeah, Rich Yule, the same person I bought my property from.
And where did you get the figure of 2 cents a square foot?
I don't know if I have that. Like I said, Mindy's the expert on this stuff, not me. No, I don't. I don't see it in here.
Okay.
Can I do this? So the property we're discussing is.
We're just answering questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so save that for your closing remarks.
Right.
Okay. Any other questions? Clarification from the assessor's office. So there's no change in price this year on these 2 properties, correct?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else on the board with a question or no? No. All right, then I would give the property owner closing remarks followed by the assessor.
So what I'm reading here is, I hope I'm right, is the next door neighbor has the one we still have the or still has property. He has 76,622 square feet. Ours is 46,260. I believe that's both parcels. He pays the value is $1,200. And that works out to the 2 cents a square foot.
And where did you get your information?
And Mindy must have got it off of the values online. So just so you know, this is our property, or Brookside's property right here and here. And this is a property, same section, right next door. No utilities to it, nothing. Our thought process is our value should be the same as what the neighbor or his is, because it's the same thing. Well, what you're given here is comps. If you notice, it's all Burke Road. Everything's right there. Your utilities, your sewer, water, electricity. None of that's over there to us. So the comps, I don't agree with the comps even being comparables because of that issue alone, plus access. And I understand they're a lot more than what ours is, but it's still, I think to be fair about it, we got a guy that lives in the same kind of property right next door to us. Our value should be the same, unless there's something that sticks out that is different. And in my knowledge, there's nothing different. That's all I got.
And you can pinpoint the property, which one it is?
Yeah,
It's not on this map though.
it goes down. So ours is here, and the one I'm talking about goes down this way.
Okay, closing comments from the assessor.
And so, using these cones, and then we applied a 50% for creek bottom on the subject property, 25% for access, and 50% for location. So I think that does take into effect that it makes it comparable, even though the water, sewer, amenities aren't there. So that's taken into consideration by those percent reductions. And that's why sell price $2.10 per square foot, sell price $1 square foot versus 12 cents.
Okay, anything further? Okay. All right, then I'm going to close the public portion of the hearing and we will deliberate. So do we have questions, comments, thoughts? I think my first question is to the assessor. This point he has raised about the neighboring property being valued at less. How hard is that to check on to see if that's a true statement? That
We could check, but also we want to check maybe we have that assessed too low and it should be increased.
True, but I think my concern was, yeah, what would be the reason that there'd be such a disparity of 2 cents versus 12 cents?
We're not able to answer it, just at a moment's notice.
Sure. All right. Other thoughts, questions, ideas?
Well, I would also agree with that. That I would like to see that if that's actually 2 cents, because that is a large increase.
Okay. What could we do to see that?
We could research it, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to determine the valuation on that property.
Yeah, I think you could make an argument that, I mean, he's made to me, a logical argument. Why would his be worth more than the neighbor's if it's identical property?
Well, if it's identical.
Board, thoughts, suggestions?
I don't have any right now.
Anything?
No, I don't have any right now, but I kind of would like to just see that. You know, we're doing everything on Monday anyway, so we can, you know, if that could take a half an hour to do today just to look at it, and then if it's you know, to explain it, because that is it would be a concern if, you know, because we would be looking at whether it's fairly across every, you know, if everybody's being treated fair. You know, if that is a problem, but I mean, we can answer it just by looking at it. Probably just looking at it and say, hey, yeah, it is 2 cents, or no, it's not, it's an error, and that would be that.
Or they're not comparable, or
Or not comparable. Yeah.
So what would you want to put a form of a motion? Do you want a motion to continue? Do you want?
Well, yeah, I could do that. Motion continue it to Monday and take, what about it, and a half an hour to look at that?
It's going to take us some time, but really I think it's irrelevant. The appellant has offered no proof that his is overvalued, and that's what we're looking at.
Hear your point. but I also hear yours. Okay, so you want a motion that we continue this until Monday,
Yes.
and that we ask for this additional information.
Yes.
All right, I have a motion. I will second that we to hear the additional piece, and at that point, then I think we can hear a discussion or argument from either side or from the assessor on why it is or isn't comparable. I'd like to hear more of your thinking on that. So we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Okay, so we will continue this to Monday. This will have to be a separate meeting from the others. I think we can lump, since it's a separate ownership, and we can lump the other two together. Okay, with that, we are adjourned.